Behind the Ramble is proudly sponsored by GLASBY Pallets. They're offering a one-stop solution for all your pallet needs. Get in touch on 01709 585 646 to discuss your pallet requirements. Thank you to Sonny and the team for their support for Behind the Ramble.
Coops here. I subscribe to Blaves Ramble. I keep following, and all the best.
Morning all, another day, another dollar. I'm of course Jimmy and this is Taxi Tuesday, and it is Tuesday as I record today. 9:10. We're going to see what we can get. I've just filled up the tank. I needed to fill my body up so I can stay out for as long as possible. Fitness vlog coming to Behind the Ramble, January 2026. $1.99 for a sausage sarnie at McDonald's. Absolutely ludicrous and really bad news for me. We're going to have that, then we're going to jump on Uber. We're going to see what we can get. It'll probably be about 9:20 by the time we're up and running. We'll see what we can get today. I'm going to stay out for as long as I can. I've taken girls to school this morning and now I'm going to jump on. So wish me luck and I'll see you in a bit. We did about an hour and a half and got 25 quid, so it weren't great. I'm going to jump back on now and I'm fueled and I'm ready, I think, to a decent long stint now. And we'll see. Well, famous last words, I suppose, but we'll see how long that gets us. I haven't done much this morning, as I said, just because jobs haven't been coming in. I've been stung by Tuesdays before, as we know, for those that were watching the previous series and stuff. So yeah, 25 quid in an hour and a half. It's not what we want. Right, it's 2:30. We're on 77 quid. Now, I've had a couple of breaks in there. So if I take, I know I started around 9:30, didn't I? We're at 9:20. So if I take a couple of breaks off, call it 4.5 hours that I've been in car, something like that, 77 quid ain't great, but it's not bad. I've ended up in Otley. Obviously I know where Otley is, but I don't know my way around Otley at all. It's other side of Leeds for those that aren't, other side to me from Leeds, for those that aren't aware, like on towards Harrogate and that sort of way. So I've just had a couple of customers in, one I picked up from LGI, and he was saying it were an half-an-hour journey. And first thing he says to me is, oh yeah, since I've had a stroke 2 years ago, I'm incontinent and I can't stop it whenever it's happening. What? And now I've got half an hour of him sat next to me in car. Okay, let's just hope that this goes well. Anyway, we did. He were a lovely fella, really nice. I won't tell you his name, obviously, for obvious reasons. But and then I've just had a lovely girl in back at car, but she stunk, absolutely stunk. I'm not good with bad smells. But anyway, so yeah, I'm in Otley. Just stopped off for a wee, and I'm back now. I'm back up and running. So I'll let you know how we get on. See you soon. So I know we're on 77 quid, but we might not be for much longer. Just gone round corner, following traffic. Don't know where I am. I'm like still Otley Guiseley way. Just as you come round corner, it turns into a 20-mile-an-hour zone, and there's a bloody police van there, isn't there? So a lad in front of me slams on, but he's a distance away from me, so I've still got a bit of speed behind him. Whether I've been caught or not, I don't know. It's not one of them that flashes and lets you know. We'll just know if someone drops through post, won't we? But like 28 in a 20. After it's a 30 with no warning. It were never a 20. It were never a 20 zone, but there's another one here. Bloody hell. They're all over the place. Watch out if you're Otley Guiseley way. Wow. Right, keep you posted. Now then, it is just about 5:20-ish. So in terms of time spent in the car and money earned, it's not great. We're on 115 quid, which for a day is not bad, but we want more, don't we? So I'm tempted to come back out again later tonight. I think I probably will, you know. So I'm on my way back now to see the girls. I'm going to get some tea. We're going to watch I'm a Celeb from last night, and then we'll put them to bed and I'll probably come back out again. So I'll catch you on the other side. It is 8 o'clock, and do you know what? I've been home, I've had my tea, I'm absolutely shattered. What were we on? 115 quid were it last time? I don't know how much longer I'm going to be out tonight, because as I say, I'm tired. If I can get into rhythm, it'd be good, but if not, you know, it might not be a long shift. So we'll see how we get on. We're already on okay money. It's just, I think there's more to be had. So I'll see what we can get. Now then, yes, it is. I am driving with the light on, which isn't great. But if anybody comes on road, I will knock it off. So I'm not distracting anybody. But it is 11:30 at night and nobody's on road at the moment because I'm back in Ossett. I've just done my last drop, and I know it's my last drop because Uber have kicked me off the app because I have maxed my time for today. So apparently you get 10 hours on Uber a day, and I've used my 10 hours. So have I broken the £20 an hour threshold? We'll come to that in a minute. But just want to tell you about one pickup that I did. I got to Wakey train station for a pickup that I was taking back to, I think, Featherstone way, something like that. And I always like to try and start a conversation with people, but I try and be mindful of their reaction, whether they want to chat or not, and you'll know by the reaction usually. So it'd be like, you had a nice day, you've been working, blah blah blah, what you been up to, or something like that. And if I get like a short answer, I take the hint. But other times you get a bit of conversation out of people and it's nice. So picks this guy up from Wakey train station, and he seems fairly chatty. You been anywhere nice? He says, oh, just Sheffield. I says, never mind, just Sheffield. I'm a blade, that'll do for me. He says, oh yeah, I am as well. I says, you are? Hiya. Picking him up in Wakey train station. I says, oh, brilliant. And I always try and get a ramble plug in there wherever I can, particularly for blades. You know, get every sub counts, don't they? So like, he says, oh, I work at Bramall Lane. I says, you never do. He says, yeah, well, I won't tell you his title again because it's probably going to compromise him a little bit, but he knows some of the players, or some of the academy players, it's probably better to say. And he starts telling me stories about some of the players and stuff like that. Brilliant. I says, oh, well, have you heard at Blades Ramble? He says, yeah, I follow it. I says, all right, that's my channel. So yeah, we're obviously just chatting Sheffield United all the way through till I dropped him off. But he took my number, he took my email address, and he's going to speak to the club about doing a little bit of work potentially. Don't think it'll be a problem. I'll wait and hear from him. So you never know who you're going to meet in the taxi, do you? Absolutely brilliant. Love this job. Love this job. And I'm well back into the swing of things. And I know you're desperate to find out if I've hit that 200 quid target. Because obviously 10 hours, £20 an hour. Which is always the target, aim for 20 quid. And we got off to such a slow start today because Tuesdays, we've already established, are pretty rubbish for fares. Fridays and Saturdays are obviously the best day. Tuesdays, not great. But 202 quid today. Done 10 hours in the car, almost 10 hours. But 202 quid. So I'm happy with that. We'll keep rolling. I think what I'll do is I'll just roll up these into a weekly show. So we'll total it all up at the end. I'll catch you in a bit. Morning all, it is Thursday morning. I've just done the school drop off, logged on to Uber, and I've got on a trip straight away from Wakey to Leeds. I think it's about 13 quid, not too bad to start us off. It will be a short day today, so it'll just be between the school runs, I think, if I can be bothered going that long, to be honest. Because tonight I'm at the Football Content Awards, which I'm really looking forward to, so that'll be good. So a short day today, see what we can get. Thursday during the day, not expecting an awful lot, but anything's a bonus today. Just add into that pot, aren't we? So yeah, I'll let you know how we go, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. I've just been talking for 5 minutes and not been recording. I've just dropped my fare off. It's nearly 10 to 10 because of traffic, so it's 13 quid, but it's taken me nearly an hour. So it's one of them things, isn't it? Thursday, middle of the day, I'm not expecting loads. We're an Indian woman actually, we had a really interesting conversation about the difference in cultures. And she was telling me about, she was asking about Christmas, and then she was telling me all about how arranged marriage has relaxed a lot in their culture. And now you get, you know, she was saying that her sister married for love rather than arranged marriage. She married through an arranged marriage. And it was just a really interesting conversation. Anyway, on Uber, you get something called a boost offered every now and again. So last night, I think it was, they offered a boost that if you go within a certain area at a certain time, you'll get £2 on every trip. And the boost that they offered last night was Leeds between 9 and 10 in the morning. So, ironically enough, I always accept the boosts anyway, just in case I randomly end up there, but I very rarely do I. So, I accepted the boost. I've obviously picked up a fare in Wakey today, dropped her in Leeds. So, I'm now in Leeds, got 10 minutes left of this boost, and I'm not getting any trips through. And the reason I'm not getting any trips through is because every other car is a bloody Uber driver. Honestly, you can't, no wonder there's no trips coming through. There's 5,000 of us on road. It's ridiculous. So, note to self, and these are all learning curves for me, if there's a boost, particularly in a busy city centre, don't bother unless you're there. And obviously I haven't made the trip over for this boost, but wow, it's just ridiculous. So I'm just going to move away from it now and see what I can pick up, and I'll keep you posted on how that goes. See you soon. Right, rubbish this, rubbish. It's 10:15. I've had no more trips sent. I'm back in Wakey and I'm knocking it on head because I've got other stuff I could be doing, and I thought, well, if I can actually make some tangible cash out in the car, then it's worth doing. But I'm not doing it at the moment. 13 quid in nearly an hour and a half. Thursday, well, no, we know that midweek during the day usually isn't very fruitful, but I might just have to sort of stack my days around that. The only problem is with a lot of ramble stuff, it's all evening and weekend, so it's tough to balance, but we'll get there. We'll find a groove with it. But for now, thank God this is going to be part of a bigger video, but this Thursday sesh, cutting it dead. Right, apologies all, I'm a huge letdown this week. It was the Steel City Derby on Sunday, so we're absolutely chocker on the channel. Today's been Monday. Mrs. Ramble made me go out, made me go out to do some Christmas shopping this morning, so we did a bit of that. This afternoon, I've then been preparing for a stream with Cal at 5, and then countdown to kick off at 6. I was going to go out again in taxi tonight, but Mrs. Rambles had a new car scraped all down the side when she parked up at Home Bargains earlier, so she's really upset about it, understandably so. We've been into store, they've got no CCTV of it, so that'll be us sorting that out just before Christmas, which is great. So yeah, it's one of them, unfortunately. So let's total up what we've got this week. It were a decent shift on Tuesday that's helped the weekly total. It were a terrible effort on Thursday. I think we're ending up on about 217 quid for a week. As long as we keep going at that rate, we'll be fine. I'm going to try and get back on the horse as soon as possible. I can't commit to it a day yet, really, because I'd like to say tomorrow, but we've got 3 Mardy Blades in the evening, which is fine. I can still get out during the day, but I'm expecting a press conference for the Portsmouth game because it's a 3-game week. So it's just one of them, really. It has to play second fiddle to the Blades Ramble and everything that we're doing. Really, that is my livelihood, and that is what takes precedent at the moment. So we'll get out whenever we can. It might just be a little bit bits and bats for the foreseeable, so I'll certainly keep you posted. Stick with us. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Up the Ramble.